Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. I'm quite excited for today's video actually because I think the results are going to be pretty good, and I've been thinking about it all night, and yeah, I can't wait to get stuck in. So what I am doing today is I'm going to use these Halloween stencils to create page backgrounds or decorations, and I'll show you how I like to use them because I did on my previous video. I used some ink with my Halloween dauber. Now they work fine with these, and you just literally you see it in the last video, you literally just go over it. But I do think that after a while it will start eating at your pads. And yeah, I was doing it and I'm thinking surely there's a better way to do this. And then it came to me when I was testing them out. There is a very easy way to do it. Obviously you can just draw around them or in pencil and colour them in yourself, or you can use paint over these. I'm not really a paint person, it's a bit too messy for me, so I'll leave the painting to the painting experts. But what I would like to do today is to use these little brushes, and I actually felt quite stupid that I didn't use these yesterday when I filmed my launch video, because they're just so much easier. I don't understand why I didn't do that. But anyway, so you can see that these are all used. I did use them before putting them on our Etsy shop, just to create a little show and tell, basically, just so that you can see all of the designs in print and how they come out before you purchase. So I sat and done that last night with my distress ink and the brush, and they were perfect. They came out really well. I didn't use the tape like I said I would, so I have some lines, but for this purpose that was fine. Obviously today I will try to use something to cover those up, so I'll show you that as well. What do I have to do this today? So if you wanted to follow along, obviously you would need these or something similar. It doesn't have to be these, you could have something similar. You could even actually have some of these at home already if you're a coffee lover. So if you are, as long as you don't want to use them again for your coffee, then I'm sure these will be fine to use. What have I got? So I've got some coffee dye paper, which I'll be using. Just some plain A4 white paper, and these bad boys, nice large book pages. Now what my plan is I'm going to complete backgrounds or patterns on these pages, then I'm going to scan them in to my computer and put them as a digital file for you guys to download and use in your own journals. So these ones are pretty big, so what I would probably do is chop them down like this, and decorate, and then that would be a page, and then that would be a page. So we'll get to that. In terms of materials, as in inks, you can use your distress inks. They work absolutely fine. That's what I use to get this look. If that's what you're going for, that's absolutely fine. Just use your distress inks. Like I say, you can use your daubers, but I do think it would start to wear on the pads, and the brushes, they just get into the little bits a lot easier, and it's easier to control, and you get less of a spread on the outside of the stencil. So yeah, I would recommend these. What I also have as well are these. These I actually, we are kind of like adult colorists, and we love to colour, and some of the pages that we colour in have large backgrounds where we are able to use these, but then there's like these little areas that you just can't get into, so these are perfect for that. And we have a whole set of these, and these would also be good to get into the little areas, like on this one for example. It's really hard to, with these, get into that towel without leaving a mark here. If you haven't got anything masking this area, you're going to get a round circle around the edge. So these little ones are really quite handy to just get into the smaller areas nearer the edges that you don't go over. So we've got our brushes, we've covered the brushes, stencils, you can use your inks, but what I'm going to use is my favourite, and that is our King Art gel sticks. Like I say, we are adult colorists. We colour every evening. It's how we relax. These are really, really good for doing backgrounds because they spread so easily. If you have these, great, we can do this. We could do it together. If you don't, they are available on Amazon. You can get them at TK Maxx. Obviously, they are also available from King Art, which is where I think I purchased these from. It's where I got the best price. And they come in different sizes. You can just have a 12 pack, a 24 pack. We went for the 48 because it just gave us a lot of variations in colour. So let me choose the colours that I would like to use, and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've chosen the colours that I would like to use for all of these backgrounds. I've just kind of gone for Halloween-y vibed colours. I think the only one that isn't is this one. I just couldn't resist. It was just a pink, metallic dark pink. So I just had to give that one a try. Also what we're going to need is, I'm just using an old chopping board. If you have an actual artist board, I think Karen Dash do a nice one, you can obviously use that. Now I'm going to keep this kind of just off to the side, but all I'm going to do is choose my colour, and then with the gel stick just place it on the chopping board, and then use these to pick up the ink and spread it on. So it's not necessary, you don't need to see everything that I'm doing on that chopping board. So let's put these to the side and let's get started. Okay, so we'll start with just the plain paper for now. Probably best that I move those out of my way. And then we'll just choose what image we would like to do. So let me just have a flick through. Okay, decision made. I'm going with the pumpkin. I don't know what it is, but I do always get drawn to this one. I don't know. So as you can see, this one has been used. We obviously test all of our products before putting them onto our Etsy store. So yours won't look like this. It will look nice and clean like this. You can clean these with some cold/warm water and a bit of soap. But it's crafting. They're going to get messy, so I'll just leave it as it is. Okay, so do we want to mask the outside? I think I'll be okay. I don't think I'll get too close to the edges for this one. So what colours should we do? I'm thinking, because whenever you think of a pumpkin, you always obviously think of an orange. And I think I'm going to do both orange and black. So we'll start with a couple of oranges. I'll just lay that down on my chopping board. This has got staining on it, but it is clean. I do try to clean them before putting them away, so I'm not going to get any colour mixing going on there. It is just going to be my orange colour that comes out. So got a little bit there, and just place that on the brush. Wow, look at that colour. This is why I love the King Arts. They're just so vibrant. You can use them with water. It's not something that I've actually done myself, but I know that you can. But we're just going to use them as they are at the moment. So I'm holding that down into place, and I'm just going to lightly rub into the stencil just until I'm happy with the amount of colour that has been laid down, and obviously it's all in the nooks and crannies. Wow, that colour looks so good. Okay, and there we go. I love that. It is so cool. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move on to black. Just pop that down onto there and use my black already inked up one just to kind of come down here, just to create a pattern. That's all I'm doing, is just creating a pattern that can be used in a journal at a later stage. So I'll just pop that down, and again lightly go over until I get my just moved. The black is actually being a little bit more stubborn than the orange, and isn't laying down as thick and fast as the orange did, but I'm still happy with it. Yeah, happy with that. So then I'm just going to kind of continue on, but I'm going to do some that are faded. Should I, or should I just carry on with the brightness? I think I like the brightness, so I think I'll just carry on. Let me do another black. Just pop this here. Like I say, I was going to do them a bit faded, and I may do another pattern that's kind of got the bright and the light. But I just really like the colour. I just think it really makes it pop. So maybe I'll do that. I'll edit it when I've scanned it in. I might be able to edit it so that there's two options: one that's dark and one that's like faded in spots. We'll see. Okay, and then let's do another orange. I do think that some of the black is still coming off from where I just used it in black. It's still on the stencil. I should have probably washed the stencil. Do you know, I should actually have done all of the oranges together, then all of the blacks, but I'm just so impatient. I want to see all the colours. Yeah, so that one is quite different, just purely because of the ink on there, but that's fine. I don't mind that. Let's grab some more orange. This is also something that you could offer as well. You could make your own mixed media backgrounds and scan them in yourself and sell them on your own Etsy shop, or give them away for free. Totally up to you. And I think it's quite a nice idea. I just think it keeps the brain going. It's great for when you've kind of lost your mojo, just to sit and play and experiment, especially when you've got so many of these King Arts, these gel sticks. You can use so many different colours. You could do a half and half, a red and orange colour. There's always options for you to choose. And obviously, because it is junk journaling, it really doesn't need to be perfect. And I'm quite heavy-handed and quite slapdash myself, so if I do end up with any ink coming over the edges, it's just part of the creative process for me. It just makes it a little bit more handmade. That way, let's go that way. Let's just have him straight, actually. I don't know why I always have to feel the need to go at an angle. I'm currently, actually, as we're doing this, thinking of making these for Christmas as well. So doing some little Christmas stencils so that we can do the same in a couple of months for all of our Christmas journals, which I think will be really cool. I'm just trying to think of what kind of shapes we could use. I suppose we could do, obviously, something as simple as a reindeer, possibly a little gift box, present, or Christmas tree, obviously. Maybe a bauble. I'm not really I like Christmas, but I don't like making Christmas items for some reason. I don't know what it is. I always really have to push myself to do Christmas items. But Christmas time I love. But like I say, I just can't get into the crafty spirit of Christmas. Okay, so we've now got main images here. I just now want to use one of these because I don't want to get it on my mat, because I just know if I do that it'll be all over me. So just use it so that I can do some half off of the sides. It keeps moving, that's annoying. Yeah, so if anybody has any ideas for Christmas, like what we can do for Christmas, ideas for Christmas stencils, that would be cool. I also need to think about doing some handles, but Christmas. I'm not sure what I would actually do. I'm not sure. Maybe a Christmas tree, I don't know, because the main thing when I am making handles, for me they have to be useful. I can't, this one fits in the hand nice, but if you've got a Christmas tree, I just imagine it being really pokey and poking you in the hand and not comfortable to use. So I don't know, maybe I've just got to work that out before releasing them. But yeah, I would like to do a Christmas handle. I'm not sure what else I could do Christmassy, so if anyone has any ideas, let me know. I'm also working on some Christmas downloads. I'm not sure on the themes just yet, but I've got plenty of time. I don't think we'll kind of be looking at launching them until kind of end of September, once we've got the Halloween out of the way. Okay, so right, that is done and I'm happy with that. Now what I will do is I'll scan this into the computer as it is, and that would be one sheet. But then I think I'm going to take it to Procreate and add some effects, maybe some paint splatters, because I hate doing paint splatters myself, so I'll probably just do it digitally, and fade out some of these as well. So yeah, looking forward to getting that one up. That one's done. And I just wanted to do some on different papers, different types of backgrounds. So we'll move on now to the coffee dyed. And again, I'll just choose. I'm trying to decide the colours as well. I'm trying to go by colours because obviously I'd like to use different colours to what I've just used. So I've got red, pink, brownies, purples, yellows and greens. I suppose they could all be any colour really, couldn't they? I don't know. Gold, a ghost. What colour could a ghost be? Purple? Oh, I could do purple and pink ghosts. Yes, let's do that. And what I'll do is I'll use both. So we'll have one with a face and one without a face. Okay. So if I put these two to the side, let's go. We was going purple and pink. Okay. I still think they're quite Halloweeny, aren't they? Purple's definitely Halloween. And pink goes with purple, so yeah, let's do it. Right, purple. I'm going to do one colour at a time, so that I don't mix my colours like I did last time, like an idiot. Let's start with the face one, and purple we'll go for. Let's have him right in the corner, coming out to say hello. Yeah, so I mean, on that one that I just done previously, I did only use the pumpkin, but you don't have to. You can use them all and place them all around the page. Whatever you feel like. Making sure I'm getting into all the nooks and crannies. There we go. It's cute. I might actually do some coming upside down. I didn't do that with the pumpkin one. I did think about it, but you've got to kind of remember that people want these as universal. You don't want to have to. I always struggle with printing double-sided. I always get one side upside down, whereas if you have a pattern that is non-directional, it doesn't matter. So I'm always thankful for non-directional patterns. It is a bit of an awkward angle though. Just being careful around the edges. Because like I say, I know it's handmade and everything, but I would like to not have the circle pattern. I should also say, actually, we are obviously, like I said, working on the Christmas items, but I have also got a random bundle that I would like to launch sometime soon. I'll give you a little sneak peek. So I've got these little stencils. I have these stencils. These are going to be in a set of 3. There's one and it's currently printing. It's on the printer at the moment and it's arrows. So yeah, that's going to be a set of 3. Then we've got the corner ruler, and new is the rounded corners. I haven't had a chance to use these, but I'm excited to try them. And a bow maker. I loved these. I had one, don't know where it went, and the other day I needed a bow and I thought, oh, I could really do with that bow maker, and I thought, oh, I can make one on my printer. So I did. So I'll be releasing that soon with a little tutorial. And then just a little note buddy, just for journaling and doodling on pages. Anyway, back to Halloween. Is anybody else like a Halloween addict, fanatic. Personally, I'm not. Well, it's not that I'm not. I do get attracted to when you go into places like TK Maxx and HomeSense, and they have all of their Halloween ornaments. I do find myself kind of daydreaming about them, but I'm not someone who would actually go as far as to decorate their home for Halloween. I know there are people out there that do that. And I'm not a lover of trick-or-treaters either. I do find them a nuisance because of Ruby. She doesn't quite understand that it's children knocking at the door for some sweets, and she just barks and barks and barks and barks and barks. So she's a bit of a naughty girl when it comes to the door. She's always barking at the door. So Halloween is a very noisy night for us. We don't have too many. Okay, let's move on to the pink. And obviously the pink is going to be the one without the face. I think Ruby just heard me talking about her. I think her ears are burning. I can hear her paws downstairs. She's feeling a lot better, bless her. She's now on steroids and antibiotics. Whilst we know what the problem is, we kind of don't. We don't have an actual name. We can't put a name to what her problem is. We just know that there is something wrong with her throat, her tongue, and her stomach. We believe that it is all kind of connected. We think that there's an infection on her tongue, but there could also be an infection in her stomach as well, because her wall lining was very thick, and that was the reason for the biopsy, which obviously came back clear, thank God. She did have an abscess on her gum as well, so I think she was just very infected. She wasn't very well, bless her. She was very under the weather, but the past couple of days she's been right as rain, and she's really been herself. And it's not until they start acting themselves again that you realise just how poorly they actually were. You know, always sleeping, and she's got a very grumpy looking face. I mean, she's a boxer, so they're very expressionate. And yeah, she was always looking so grumpy and looking so old. She is 10, but she has the brain of a puppy. And yeah, we're just glad to have her back and being normal. But yeah, she's good. She's all good to go. And then we've got our 16-year-old Jack Russell, who is deaf and blind. And she don't give a damn. She don't let nothing stop her. She is fiercely independent. Even though she's deaf and blind, she will crack on like she isn't. Very resilient. Very happy. And then there's Ruby with 6 years younger, and she's got all these problems, and she's on these medications. That's the way it goes, isn't it? The smaller they are, the less problems. Well, generally, that's how it goes. Okay. I am happy with the pink placements, I think. Do I want one down there? No, I don't. I'm just going to place one more purple ghost. I think I've got enough ink for it. I don't know what way to do it. Should I do it kind of... I'll do it like that. Just want to make the most of the space, so there's not a lot of blank areas. And I really don't want to have to get my crown back out, so I'm hoping I've got enough. So that's that one. And again, it's I'll scan that in and do the same, add some coffee splatters, paint splatters, wherever the mood takes me. So let's move on to some book page. I wanted to be able to show you the brushes being used, so don't know which one, or shall I mix it up? Shall I do a bit of everything and have, yeah, okay, I'm going to do those three. So we'll have a bat, a hat and a cat. Oh, I did not do that on purpose. Cat, hat and bat. Okay, so what colours shall we use? Shall we go red, yellow and green? I think so. I think that, yeah. Or should we have an orange instead of the red? Should we go back to an orange? Let's go back to orange. So, orange, orange, orange. Let's have an orange hat. So just add some orange to my board. I'm not being precious with my positioning either. I'm just going in wherever I want them. Okay, I have to say I do think this orange is my favourite. It seems to be the most bright colour that we have used today. The others are nice and bright, but I don't know, this has just got a really, it's kind of got a zing to it, I suppose. Just move that. I'm sorry if you can hear a little pitter patter of feet. That is Jessie. She is wandering. She's just going to have to wander because I'm not stopping what I'm doing at the moment. Okay, so let's do a green cat. Yeah, green cat. I'll do the head and body with the larger brush. Get into all those spikes, but then I think with the towel and the feet, just because it's that bit closer to the edge, I don't want to get that circle edge. So, and that's where these little brushes come in handy. I mean, you could do the whole thing with this, especially with these gel sticks. You don't really get like a splodge, if you know what I mean. So you won't get like a splodge there and a splodge there where you've joined. You can really blend them in until it just looks like you've done it all in one little stroke. Get into those little cat ears. Make sure I've got all the little spiky bits on his towel. Ah, that's cute. I like that. Okay. I think actually I'm not going to do the bat. I think I'm just going to do the cat. It's really annoying that it rhymes, the cat and the hat. Yeah. We'll do another little green cat over here. And I'll go in with the big one first. Just to lay down the colour, just give me a base to start with, and then come in on the smaller areas. All of these little brushes, they're all available on Amazon. Like I say, we bought them for our colouring, and when I was testing these stencils out last night before putting them onto the Etsy shop, I wasn't struggling as such to get into the smaller areas. But it just came to me and I was like, oh, we've got those little brushes that we can use just to get into those little nooks and crannies. Cutie. Okay, and back to the orange. Let's go for an orange hat. Orange, orange, orange. I think the green is quite vibrant as well. I was worried that the green would get lost on the page with all of the writing, but I think it's actually held up quite well. Sometimes you just want a bit of subtlety, don't you? You don't want in your face fluorescent colours all of the time, so it's nice to have a bit of subtlety. What I might actually do as well, I was just thinking of drawing around once I finished, just like really sketchy drawing around the images, so it kind of looks like it hasn't been coloured in the lines, kind of thing, that kind of vibe. I might try that. You may well see that on when we upload them to Etsy, that they've had little lines drawn in on them. Again, I don't know whether I want to do that digitally on Procreate, or should I do that by hand myself. To be honest with you, I'll probably do it digitally, just purely because I can rub out on Procreate, whereas doing it with an actual pen, you can't, once you lay that pen down, you can't undo, whereas there's a very handy undo button on Procreate, which has saved my life quite a few times. So I'll probably do it digitally. And then hopefully by the time this video is on YouTube, the papers themselves will also be available, so should be good to go. After our little mini, it's not really a launch, because I hate the word launch, because it makes it, it kind of makes it a bigger deal than it is. It's just that we had loads of Halloween stuff that we was making, but hadn't gotten round to uploading them to Etsy because of Ruby. She'd taken up a lot of our time, so I thought, okay, well, we'll just do it all at once then. Save kind of one by one doing it, just take photos here and there wherever I can, and upload them all at once and kind of do like a little launch of them. And we have sold the ephemera, so the ephemera is gone. We have also sold a couple of postcards as well, and I was really happy with the way that those postcards turned out. I like the card that we used for it. It was a nice ivory card, so it's not just plain boring white, and the colours then also, when they're printed onto, they kind of go a bit faded. Not too much, not like noticeable, but just gives it a bit of a more of a vintagey feel, which I was quite happy with how they turned out. Okay, so I think we are good on that one. So yeah, I really like that. I think that's quite cool. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I've got another sheet of coffee dyed paper. I've got this side of the page, and then another full sheet of book page. So what I'm going to do is I'll do them off camera. I won't bore you. You've seen how I do it now. So I'll do them off camera, and hopefully within the next day or two the download of these will be available. So yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Maybe learnt something new. I'm sorry if I made you buy something new. I think if anything, if you're going to buy anything, the King Art gel sticks are like a must. They are so versatile. You can use them in your journaling constantly. The ideas on them is endless, especially if you're a mixed media artist. They are really handy. And I like looking at the swatch as well. I don't know why, I just think that just screams Halloween, really, doesn't it? Okay, so I will post these on Etsy and we'll see how they turn out. Hopefully there'll be some edited versions of them as well, just to bulk out the download for you. Okay, thanks for watching everyone. Have a nice day. Bye.